Tattooing fundamentally is about honoring somebody's ideas and giving them the opportunity to wear that for the rest of their lives. My name is Brittany Ziems. I'm a tattoo artist and I own the Calling Bell. I've been tattooing, I'm coming up on 10 years. I started tattooing just because I really wanted to have a platform for myself for my art. I always wanted to live a life like surrounded by art. Growing up, art was always a huge part of my life. I didn't feel like there were a lot of places I could go for that. You know, on Long Island, it's so few and far between. You'd think with the amount of people who live here that it would be easier to find community. This is a thermofax. It's making basically like a carbon copy. It like burns it onto the other sheet so that I can take that sheet and transfer it onto the skin so I have a stencil to work off of. Art opportunities on the island are through like learning institutions, or you have to pay some kind of membership. And there's a lot of really great artists on the island that I know feel the only way they can kind of be successful with their art is by going out to Brooklyn or New York or, you know, some other big city where the art scene is really established. What Long Island really needs is some kind of accessible art community. I'm going to start with stenciling him. Basically, especially with a hand, I like to kind of do it in pieces just to make sure everything falls where I want it to. I came up in a very like DIY type of way, so it just made sense to have a space that I could share with people. How the stencil dries is when I'll set up the inks, the needles, the machines, and everything. Gives that some time to kind of settle in. The Calling Bell is a tattoo studio and an artist collective that also operates as an art gallery. The idea behind it was to create just like a communal space for artists. Find community, have opportunity to like grow your art business, and really just be able to like be creative in a space that's like welcoming and accessible. Tattooing has given me so much and has given me a platform and a space to be able to make a living off of my art. I just felt like it made the most sense to offer the space I tattoo out of for that same reason. The artists who display here, they display for free. They can do whatever they want. If they want to paint the walls, if they want to hang from the ceiling, it's their call. I want people to feel like they have an opportunity to showcase themselves in their best light, in whatever they feel is like their truest to them. And I want it to be for people who are serious about their art. I just tried to think about what I always wanted out of life, really, out of anything that I was pursuing. The people that you tattoo are from all walks of life. You know, you'll meet anybody and everybody, and it's always going to be different. I could tattoo the same design 100 times, and every time it's going to be different because the skin's different, the person's different. The way I approach tattooing is constantly evolving, and I'm constantly trying to find new techniques and new styles and room for growth in this industry. And it's just always inspiring and humbling. It's not supposed to be about you. You know, when people want a tattoo, it's like, okay, why? What do you want to give? Because people just want to like, they're like, oh, they see tattooers, they're like, they make money, they do cool tattoos, they just do their art all the time. And it's like, this is supposed to be, should be like a lifelong selfless act. Your motivation shouldn't be how financially successful you can be. It shouldn't be about, you know, how impressive you should be. It should just be what you feel called to do. A lot of people are in for the cool factor. They think it's a super cool thing, and it is. It's the best job in the world. I think. And I get why people want to be a part of it, but the real trick and the key to getting into this industry is you need to understand what you're offering the industry. Your own determination is a huge part of it too. I always suggest people to get tattooed by people whose work you admire, but also artists who you just like admire in general, just like morally and ethically. That's huge. Build a rapport with them. No credible tattoo artist is going to be like looking for an apprentice. Approach it as, what do I have to offer? Keeping in mind that this is ultimately a service industry and, you know, what is your servitude? What will you give?